Okay, we have a stopwatch function here for the EZPZ toolkit in Unity 3D. And essentially all it is, it's a way for us to keep track of the time. So usually what we would do is use this to time how long it takes for people to do something. So for example, if we were to track how long it takes for me to get from this green pad to that red pad, this is the ideal thing. So we'll see what happens. I go over the green pad, the clock starts, and then get to the red pad, the clock stops. So that's essentially doing a bit of a timing thing. So that's a very quick sprint. In a similar kind of way, what we can do is we can also just control it using buttons. So it's an event-based thing. So if we press this restart thing, it's gonna reset the clock to 0, and then we can just head on over here and then pause it at any time we want. So this stop button actually pauses it. So if you say unpause, it starts it from where it stopped. You can stop it again like that. So it's basically a stopwatch. If you wanted to start it again from 0, you just go ahead and say restart. Okay, so how does this work? So we have a stopwatch rig over here. You can find it in the prefabs in the EZPZ interaction toolkit folder. There's now a new folder called clocks and timing, and it has the countdown rig, but like right now we're talking about the stopwatch rig. The stopwatch is basically just using this component here called the stopwatch script, which is what all these triggers and buttons are referencing. So if you have a look at the restart trigger, what you can see is it's actually referencing the stopwatch rig, and it's just saying restart clock. So if we were to set this up from scratch, we would obviously have something like that where there's no events in here. So we just go ahead and say press plus again there, drag the stopwatch rig object onto this, and then we can then refer to the functions that we want. In this case, we want that to be restart clock to actually get the clock to start from 0, that is. And that's essentially how it works. Similar way, the red stop trigger area here is just doing the same thing. It's calling the stopwatch script in the stopwatch rig object, and then it's saying pause clock. So we have restart the clock, reset the clock, and pause the clock. So usually we just want to say restart the clock to actually start it. Reset the clock just sets it back to 0, but doesn't actually start it from 0. Let's have a look at what the buttons do. So essentially it's the same thing again. In the interaction box, you can see that it says it's calling the stopwatch rig using the onPause clock function. Same deal here. And then the stop and the start is pretty much doing the same thing. So we have the restart button says restart clock, and the stop button says pause clock. Yeah, okay, that's it.